Clipper fans not happy. They won't be seeing this anymore.
Clippers come up with it. Matt Barnes running to the goal, laying it in, and he's fouled hard. Big-time driving goal by Matt, feeling his left hip as he gets up.
For 3 seasons, a former UCLA star, was the blue-collar guy for the Clippers, the bruiser, the guy who would get you the tough basket, the big rebound. What? This is good copy here, huh? The big rebound guy, the guy would always jump in the middle of the action to protect his teammates. Matt traded back to the team that he, well, didn't really start with, drafted by, and they cut you, basically. Yeah. Okay, the Memphis Grizzlies. But he's not gone yet. This weekend at Palisades Charter School, he holds the 8th annual Matt Barnes basketball camp.
You're leaving us.
Yeah. Again.
What the heck?
Again.
Love him and leave him, baby.
Yeah, it's a business. Not by choice, but it happens.
The enigma that is you, Matt Barnes. I mean, you do more outside of basketball. You're caring about kids. You've had your own life story leads you to do that. And then you're a jerk on the court.
Yeah.
What happens? Do you put on a cape? What happens?
The switch. I flipped the switch.
Yeah.
You know, I think I just grew up playing, tackle football. So I've always had a physical nature. And, I kind of just translated that to basketball. And, someone growing up loving to play football, basketball is such a somewhat non-contact sport. I just like to have a little bit of contact.
Well, we say basketball is a collision sport, and you certainly have defined it that way. and I call you a jerk, and I say that lovingly. The idea that you need some anger to play, do you work up anger when you go out there?
No, I think I have a natural chip on my shoulder because I think my journey hasn't been as easy as everyone thought it would be, or that people think it is. I've had to bounce around. I've been on a mental and emotional roller coaster, and I think I take everything with a lot more pride because it took me so long to get to this point.
So you definitely make enemies when you're on the court. I mean, you cause a lot of trouble, you get in fights, but it's interesting because you said, like the business is, you end up playing with a lot of these people that you were competing against. So are they cool with you, or do they take it off the court?
I mean, most of the time it's on the court. And I think, like I said, my stuff is never really with me. It's kind of always defending somebody else, and having people's back. So it's never really, people don't necessarily mess with me per se. So, I'm just one of those guys that takes care of my team.
Well, there's a classic moment. It always comes up, and it's you and Kobe, and you try to humiliate him, but he actually was bulletproof when you try to humiliate him, and then he wanted you on his team.
Yeah.
So that sort of answers that question, doesn't it?
Like I said, I'm just a hard nose, and I think throughout the league, I'm going in my 14th year. People know what I'm about. Not dirty, not this, but if we get physical, I have no problem doing that.
But you're not built like an enforcer. The classic enforcers in basketball are much bigger than you.
I'm still. I'm big. I'm still 6'8", 230.
No, you're tall.
You're
but
tall.
Still,
I'm 230 pounds, and like I said, where I came from, that's just my mentality.
You look so sweet in your Easter.
Yeah, I told you I have my Easter attire on today.
Don't be fooled.
Yeah.
No, but not going to church.
But you are a sweet guy, though, and the campus is another expression of it. Tell us about that.
I just think there's such a misconception of who I am on the court and who I actually am. Like I said, that's my job. It's not who I am. Off the court, I'm a father to 2 beautiful twin boys. I have my foundation. I have my 8th annual camp coming up, as you guys are speaking about this weekend, and I really just try to give back. After losing my mom to cancer, it really made me open up my eyes and realize how fortunate I am to be doing what I'm doing and have the family I have left, and I really wanted to start giving back. So we started the foundation, started the camp, and things have been going good.
I know that this is so much fun for you, but I can't imagine. I went to basketball camp growing up every summer, right? But not with Matt Barnes, not with NBA superstars. I mean, these kids must be pinching themselves.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like to do too, is bring that kind of experience. I'm going to have DJ and Blake come and talk to the kids. Hopefully Kevin Durant, Trevor Ariza. I'm looking for other guys that are in town, and I just really want to give these kids a full experience. And like I said, being a parent myself, I know all the time when you're trying to preach to your kids, it doesn't work. But when someone else does it, especially when it's an athlete, I think it soaks in a little more for kids.
And they can get their attention in the way you can.
How old are your boys?
My boys will be 7 in November.
Wow.
It's a great age. Now, you're looking at, can I talk about you for a moment?
Sure.
She was a point guard.
Okay.
She played in how many games?
All of them.
How many games, though?
Oh, I don't know, over the course of my life.
How many?
Many seasons, all through high school.
And she?
Fouled out
every single game.
Every one of them.
I like that. I like that. It's not a bad thing.
The idea that you were the enforcer on your team is a little
There you go,
strange
see?
to
You
me.
know, I made up for what I lacked in talent
Right?
with absolute
Yeah.
scrappiness.
Hustle. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not
but
the most talented, but you're not going to outwork me.
see, the
So.
girls were a little more difficult. I made a lot of enemies.
Oh, did
they
you?
didn't know
They
how
held
to
on to it?
separate. They didn't
Yeah.
know how to separate it.
It is what it is. If it's an enemy, it's an enemy. It is what it is.
Yeah.
How much longer can you go?
I mean, luckily, I'm going in my 14th season, but my first 5 years, I really didn't play.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know my game, and I've kind of mastered my lane as far as what I need to do for a team. So I think I got another good 4 years at least.
You heard Kobe may stick around beyond next year. What do you think of that?
It just depends on his body. You know, being a close friend with him, I just want him to go out the way he wants to go out. I don't know if they'll necessarily win, but I want him to go out on his own terms and not kind of sitting on the sideline. So I hope it works out.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. All the information about your camp, the 8th Annual Matt Barnes Basketball Camp going on starting tomorrow through Sunday at Palisades Charter School. More information to register, go to mattbarnesbasketballcamp.com, or I assume we have it on myfoxla.com? Okay, we have it there as well. Thank you, Matt.
Thank
Good to see
you.
you
Good
again.
to see you.
Thank you
All
for
right.
having me.
Good luck.
Hey, Lisa Leslie is coming in over there.
Yeah.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a basketball day.
Could you take her if you had to?
Oh yeah, no question.
Okay.
We shot Think Like a Man together.
Really?
The original one.
Nice.
Yeah.